Well, hello there, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We're starting off today with the Bosh Shrine. The wind guides you. Look at that, the wind is guiding you to this chest. How nice. So this shrine has some nice little fans that blow some wind, and you want to hop up with your paraglider, right, to take you wherever the wind will guide you to. It's a pretty short, simple, quick one. The only tricky part is going to be right here because there's a little chest off to the right side. That's actually a little bit, it's not easy to get, right? You got to fly over here and then just veer all the way over, and we got it. Nice, nice. And look, it's my favorite thing. My inventory is full. So let's toss out the mop. Thank you. And pick up a claymore. That's a much better weapon, right? And up next, we have the Wahgo Katta Shrine. This one's right outside of a stable, so that's nice. Metal connections. This is a fun one. You have this little tower that I'm climbing, right? The tower's made of metal blocks. Now, what do we have that interacts with metal, you say? Well, I'm glad that you said that, although I feel like maybe you haven't been paying attention, right? We have the magnesis that we can use to move metal. I like to move this whole tower all at once because that's just fun for me. You gotta be real careful though, because those little guys like to slip and slide around. But we need to come over here, and we need to grab this other metal piece that's at the top of this section, because we're gonna need that to finish off the shrine. Okay. Toss it down there like a little bit of garbage on the ground. And then bring our tower over. Ooh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. We lost it. We lost it. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just build the tower back up. No problem. Easy peasy. There we go, just building our tower piece by piece. This shrine can be surprisingly dangerous even though there's no enemies, because it can be very easy to accidentally drop a big metal thing on your head. So watch out for that. Right? You should probably have a hard hat if you're working in this area. And then, okay, and then we place our piece here, and then we're going to be good to go. Ta-da! Oh. Oh, okay, hang on. Hang on. Ta-da! Oh. Oh, okay, hang on, I got this. I got this. Just a little bit, and ta-da! And ta-da! There we go. First try. Perfect. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. And here we have our first shrine quest, and it's a great one. It's a lot of fun. This lady doesn't want you to touch the flowers, right? So you got to get to the shrine without touching the flowers. She gets very mad if you touch the flowers, okay? Certainly, oh God, don't cut the flowers. Yeah, she doesn't like that at all. She gets really mad about that. So, okay, fair enough, right? We're not going to touch the flowers. We're going to do it right, the way you're supposed to. Very carefully, don't touch anything. Kill this guy. Oh, flowers, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! Yeah, I think she's really mad. Yikes. Ouch. That hurt a lot. That lady almost killed me. Good thing we have some simmered fruit. Okay, now we're going to take this seriously. Don't touch the flowers, okay? Whatever you do, don't touch the flowers. Don't get distracted. Don't attack the choo-choo. Don't touch anything, okay? Don't touch that little spear that's in the ground over there. Don't touch anything. Don't touch the choo-choos. Don't get distracted. There's a little patch of flowers in the middle of the road. Don't touch it. And then you're good to go. You've got the Hila Rao shrine. Thank goodness. We didn't touch the flowers, and the lady is happy. You know, after she almost killed us, but she's happy now, right? That's what matters. Drifting. Yes, drifting. It's like Frogger. Yeah, it's like Frogger. You hop on your platform, and there you go. You can also speed this up by doing cryonis on the water, right? You don't actually have to wait for the little bridges, but might as well, right? That's what you're supposed to do. You might as well do the thing that you're supposed to do. Oh God, careful. Careful with that little bridge there. Okay, and then what's going on here? We got a lazy river situation. Try to bomb that wall on the other side, but we can't quite make it. We gotta get creative, right? That's what this game is all about. Creative solutions to problems. So a little bit of ice. Lift up that chest out of the water so we can get it, right? And then a bomb. And we're good to go. Although we broke our ice. I know. We're gonna get it. Don't worry. All under control. There we go. 5 ice arrows. That's nice. That's good. And then up next, we just have a whole bunch of little koroks on the way to our next destination. I really enjoy the koroks. They're so cute. They're so adorable. We've got the one where you have to throw the rock into the circle thing in the water, and then you have to magnet to make the two like statue structures look the same. There's these where you have to do a little archery, you know, thing, right? You got to hit the floating balloons. Yahaha! There's these where you find 3 trees that look basically identical, but one of the trees has extra apples, and you have to make the apples match the other 2 trees. It's hard to climb a tree sometimes, by the way. Shoot down that last apple, and there you go. And then the classic bomb wall, right, with stuff hidden inside of it. Some very nice gemstones in here. And it's a korok. And here we have the first real tower, right? Because the first tower was in the Great Plateau, but you didn't have to climb it. The thing rose up underneath your feet, right? This is the first tower that you actually have to climb. So that's one of the main mechanics of the game. There are, I believe, 15 towers altogether. And every tower you want to climb to the top, and that reveals, you know, a certain amount of area around you. It's a very normal mechanic in video games, I know. So yeah, we're climbing up the tower, and then we're going to be able to see this area that we're in. Oh, the Sheikah sensor. Oh, you know, it can be useful, okay? It can be useful if you don't know where the shrines are. It can also be not useful. Because, for instance, there's a couple of shrines up at the top of those mountains, right? And the Sheikah sensor is trying to guide me to those shrines. You will not find them if you follow that sensor. You just won't. You know, if it's your first time playing, it's probably a good thing to keep on because it's a good way to find shrines if you don't know where they are. For me, I turn it off immediately. I'm not interested. It just makes like that you know, beeping noise all the time, like all the time. And then we've teleported back to the shrine where we started, the Shrine of Resurrection, because there's a korok in our bed. What the heck is he doing there? Who knows, right? Who knows? But look, it's the Dahee shrine. Dahee. It's a good shrine. Timing is critical, they say. That's what they say. Put the ball in the hole. Get yourself a little platform. And float on over to the next one. right? There's a couple of these. They get progressively like more and more weird as you go on. Like this one, you have to tilt it and then get off so the ball doesn't roll off the wrong way, right? And then it just slowly rolls on down. There we go. And puzzle number 3, of course, the hardest one of them all in here, right? You do that, and then you have to flip. And there we go. There we go. And then we're almost done. But wait, I've made a mistake because there's a chest up there that I desperately need. Okay, we simply must have it. We cannot leave this shrine without that chest. It's that important. And I'm not kidding about that. I'm not exaggerating. It's actually a very important item. So we're going to get it. Whoa, right after we fall to our death. No, we're okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. It's all under control. Let's try that again, shall we? A little bit better this time. There we go. So we had to stasis the button so that the platform stays like this so that we can reach the chest. And you get the Climber's Bandanna. So you get special armor pieces in this game that have various effects, right? One of the armor sets that's really good to get is the climbing set. Because climbing is really important in this game, right? And so improving your climbing ability is really important. And you get that Climber's Bandanna really early on. There's another piece that you can get fairly soon. I'll say fairly soon. And there's another piece that is going to be a little bit harder to get. But we're going to get it as soon as we can. And next we have the Dahamar shrine. The water guides. Okay, you have to go where the water guides you to. Not really, I guess, because it's a waterfall, right? The water would be like guiding you down. Don't go down. Yeah, don't go down. You want to go across like that. And then a little bit of a secret there, because you would never think to look up and behind you for a chest. But that's where the chest is. Every shrine has at least one chest. Okay. What I'm doing here, I open the map real quick to look at the shrine on the map. Because if you get all of the chests that are in a shrine, then the name of the shrine gets a little chest symbol on it on the map, and that tells you that you got all the chests, right? So I got all the chests here. I don't have to look for any more. So if you don't see the chest symbol next to the shrine name, you are missing something, friend. You gotta go find it, right? And then one last puzzle to finish things off here. There's this rolling ball. You have to guide it with your little Cryonis pillars to make sure that it goes where it needs to. There we go. And now, it's our good friend, Beedle. His name's Beedle, and we can call him Beedle. Beedle kind of follows you everywhere. He's your little merchant. He's going to be all over the place, okay? I tend to buy every single arrow that he has because I'm a hoarder. And I want to have as many arrows as I possibly can. Even though I have 123 arrows, that doesn't feel like that's enough, right? I want more. So I spend all of my rupees on arrows. Yes, I do that. He also buys things, okay? And we've got some stuff to sell. Let me tell you. we've got some amber and some opals and some topaz and some rubies and some monster parts. And you need all of those things to do various things in the game, right? Like eventually you're going to need gems for certain upgrades and things. You're going to need monster parts to make elixirs and some upgrades and stuff like that, right? So you don't necessarily want to sell every single one of these for the whole game. But for right now, for early in the game, you can pretty much just sell all your gemstones, right? I'm not selling all of my bokoblin horns because I want to keep some of them to make elixirs. But I'm selling a lot of stuff here. And, you know, you can see that when I came to Beedle, I had 100 and something rupees, right? And now I have 2,631 rupees. That's a lot. That's a lot. We're grabbing ourselves a horse real quick. This is not the horse I wanted, by the way, but it is the horse that we got. Take him to the stable. They'll let you put him in the stable. You know, put a saddle on him, give him a name, that kind of thing. I'm not a huge fan of riding around on horses in Breath of the Wild. Mainly because I get really distracted and I want to kill every enemy, I want to pick up every item, stuff like that, and you can't really do that very well on a horse. And here, oh my gosh, it's my favorite friend in the whole game. It's HESTU. This guy is amazing. We got to get his maracas first. These bokoblins have them. That guy just slides off the edge because it's raining. And then these two just slide off the edge because it's raining. Yeah, that doesn't normally happen. This little area is normally much more difficult than that, because this is the first time in the game when you're going to fight 3 blue ones all at once. But there's the maracas. And he's very happy. Oh my gosh, he's so excited. There's something wrong. The koroks seeds are gone. Hey, I have koroks seeds. Inventory expansion. That's why we love HESTU so much, because he lets us carry more weapons. And shields and bows, right? Yes. But the weapons are the most important thing, for sure. So my biggest issue with Breath of the Wild early game, right? I am a hoarder, like I said. There will come a point in time where we receive a camera in the game, okay? The camera lets you take pictures of items, weapons, things like that, and you log them in your, I forget what it's called, your catalog or whatever it is, right? So you want to take a picture of one of every thing. There's certain weapons, certain shields, certain bows, stuff like that, that are kind of hard to get once you go past the early game, because enemies level up with you, they carry stronger weapons, things like that. So it's hard to get the low-level weapons later on. So I try to keep at least one copy of several of these low-level weapons early on until I get the camera to make sure that I can take a picture of it. So at this point, I'm kind of holding on to like 6 different things that I just don't want to get rid of until I get the camera. So having the extra weapon slots is especially helpful, because it lets me actually hold weapons that I can use instead of just the ones that I want to store. And here we have the Naeg shrine in Kakariko Village, which is the village where you're supposed to go to for the story. Naeg's teaching. This is basically your tutorial shrine. It teaches you like the basics of combat stuff in case you didn't already know, right? If you don't know what you're doing when you get here, this will teach you stuff. This is really important, you guys. If you're going to play Breath of the Wild, You really have to be able to dodge attacks. That's all there is to it, right? If you try to go into fights without being able to dodge attacks, and you just try to spam your attack button, you're not going to have a good time, okay? You're not going to have a good time. You have to be able to dodge attacks. It takes some getting used to, right? Most enemies have either a side swing or an up and down swing. You want to side dodge for the up and down swing, and you want to back dodge for the side swing. It does take some getting used to, but it's really, really important because obviously you dodge their attack, right? That's good, but it gives you the opportunity to do that flurry rush, which is like a whole bunch of attacks all at once for free, right? So, yeah, you really want to learn how to dodge. Very important. And then you can parry with your shield. That's not very helpful most of the time. You pretty much want to dodge as much as you can. But there's certain attacks from especially very strong enemies later in the game. Certain attacks that you can't dodge. And shield parrying is pretty much the only way to deal with them. So you do need to know how to do it. I guess, whatever, right? And then charge attack. I almost never use charge attacks, at least with one-handed weapons, but they're there. You know, you can do your classic Link swings a sword in a circle around him. You can actually charge it up even further, and he does like a huge swing around him if you charge it up. But again, I don't really use it very much with the one-handed weapons. So. And then we have so many spirit orbs, we can finally get a heart container. Thank goodness. Right? And we actually have 2 more spirit orbs left over, so we're that much closer to another upgrade because of all the shrines that we did. Isn't that nice? And here, one of the most important upgrades early game is the stealth armor. That's the reason why we sold all the stuff earlier, was to be able to get the stealth tights, the stealth chest guard, and the stealth mask. Stealth is fantastic in this game, right? Not only for dealing with enemies, yes, obviously. You can sneak up behind them, you can get a sneak strike, that's really cool. But especially for collecting ingredients, you know, picking up beetles, bugs, lizards, crickets, whatever they are. If you have the stealth stuff on, you can just run up to them at full speed. And they don't even know that you're there, and you pick them up. If you don't have the stealth stuff on, you saw earlier when I had to pick up a lizard or something like that, it takes forever, right? You gotta get down on the ground, you gotta sneak up real slow. The stealth armor gets rid of all of those problems. So I pretty much use the stealth armor most of the game, right? Unless I'm in some super serious combat area or somewhere where I need like the climbing gear or some other kind of specialized stuff. So stealth armor, 10 out of 10. Strongly recommend you get that as soon as you possibly can. And then we're gonna come up here and we're gonna talk to Impa. Right, we're going to do a lot of chit-chatting. There's a long cutscene here that we're skipping out. So that's going to be pretty much it for this time. But I've had a really good time. And I hope that you have too. Thank you for being with here. Thank you for being here with me. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It means more to me than you could possibly know. And you know, I would love you even more if you want to click on like, comment, or subscribe, right? But you certainly don't have to. I appreciate you just being here. We're going to let the rest of this play out, but yeah, we will come back for next time, and I will see you later.
Yeah.